Welcome to the Magnificent Body. Your magnificent body starts here. For today's workout, we're going to be doing a simple standing yoga vinyasa. Just follow along, breathe, and have a good time. We're just going to start easy in mountain posture. The hands are going to relax to the side. You're going to shield your eyes and just bring your focus to breath. Yoga breath is in and out through your nose. Long, deep breaths without judgment. Bring your mind to your spinal column and then carefully stack the spine long so you're lifted up tall. Shoulders are relaxed. Breathe. Allow your fingertips just to start drifting down towards the floor. Long, deep breaths. Breathe. And then move your fingers and toes, find your body's internal focus. And then soft eyes are going to open. We're going to bring our hands to the center of our heart. We're going to bend the knees. You're going to look down, inhale. Hands are going to stretch up. You're going to look up. And then hands come together and back to heart center. Bend your knees. Inhale. Heart center as you exhale. Breathe. Inhale. And we're just going to be moving through, taking our time today. Just getting the body warm. Breathing. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale as the hands come to center. Now we're going to open the hands like we're going to read a book when we inhale. And as we exhale, fingertips come in. We're going to dive in, forward, into the forward bend. And we're just going to stay here for a moment and stretch out. Long, deep breaths. Hands are going to come onto your upper thighs. And then we're just going to start to drop the tailbone down towards the mat. Breathe. Wiggle your toes around a little bit. Use your breath. Keep letting your seat drop down, drop down, drop down. The hands are going to relax to the sides. We're going to keep the hips right where they are. You're going to lift the chest and the hands are going to reach up, forward, and the arms should be right up by your ears. And we're in chair posture. Long, deep breaths. Chair posture is a warming posture. So if your legs start to get warm here, you're doing the right thing. Long, deep breaths. Breathe. And then we're just going to press into the heels. Inhale and come all the way up. And then exhale, relax your hands down. We're going to come into the forward bend. Bend your knees, hands are going to come out into the side. We're going to come to chair. We're going to inhale and come all the way to the top. And then we're just going to exhale into forward bend. Bend your knees. Chair posture, reach. Inhale and come all the way up. And this time I'm just going to bring the hands back to heart center. Shield your eyes for a moment. And just notice how you feel. Notice your heart rate, your breath, your body temperature should be increasing at this moment. Breathe. And then we'll just continue. Soft eyes open. Bend your knees, inhale, and we're going to come up. Exhale as the hands float to the center. Open your book as you inhale. Exhale as you dive forward and stretch. Bend your knees when you inhale. Chair posture when you exhale. Inhale, we're going to come all the way up. This time you're going to release the hands and make two small little fists and bring them to the small of your low back. And give your low back a little rub for back bending. Back bending is always fun because we always say, I bent over backwards to do that for you. Doesn't make it sound like a pleasant thing to do, does it? You're going to bend your knees. You're going to let your hips come forward. You're going to lift up your chest. And then you're going to open up the space right between your rib cage and your hips and then start to stretch up and back. And just comfortably stretch. Use your breath. Think about lifting your heart up, 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 up. Squeeze your elbows together. Breathe. This one's my anti-gravity exercise for the day. Because it reverses the effects of gravity. Breathe. So we'll take a few more breaths. Stretch. And then hands behind your thighs. We're just going to glide forward. Bend your knees. Hands on your thighs. You're going to look forward when you inhale. And then just you're going to round into the back and look at your thighs. Inhale. Let's just kind of release that back bending thing. Move the spine the opposite way. We're going to do that 2 more times. And round. Lift the rib cage. Stretch. Look forward. Round under. And then just roll up your spine. Let's incorporate. Bring the hands back to heart center. You're going to bend the knees and inhale as you stretch up. Hands are going to float to the center. Open your book as you inhale. As well, so we're going to dive forward and stretch. Bend. Bend your knees when you inhale. Chair posture when you exhale. Back bend. Reach back when you inhale. And we're going to add the swan dive. The arms go side, slightly behind you, and come around to the toes. Bend your knees. The hands are going to reach in front. Use your legs and come all the way to the top. And then bring your hands back to heart center. Bend your knees when you inhale and stretch up. Hands come to heart center. Open your book as you inhale. Exhale as you dive forward and stretch. Bend your knees when you inhale. Chair posture when you exhale. Back bend when you inhale. Swan dive when you exhale. Bend your knees. Hands are going to reach front and come all the way to the top. And then come back to heart center. We'll go through 1 more time. Enjoy your breath and your movement. Hands to center. Open your book. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to dive forward and stretch. Bend your knees when you inhale. Chair posture as you exhale. Back bend as you inhale. Swan dive as you exhale. Bend your knees, hands in front. You're going to come all the way to the top. And you're just going to relax your hands down to the sides. We're going to take the foot 1 step back, just a little step back. You're on your toes. Your heel is lifted. We're going to inhale as the hands come up. And then as you exhale, just press that back heel down. And then inhale, lift up onto your toes. And exhale. Breathe. Just flowing through. Exhale. 3 more. Just relax into it. One more breath. And then just going to bring the hands onto the upper thigh. Press your back heel down and just come a little forward. And just breathe. Long, deep breaths. Make sure your spine stays long. Keep your focus just slightly in front of you. Breathe. And then bend the knee, step up. And then we're going to bump the left foot back. Just like you're standing on your toes, so you're balanced. We're going to inhale and stretch up. And then exhale. Float down. 5. And up. And 4. Float down. And 3. Float down. 2 more breaths. And down. Just 1 more. Float down. Hands are going to come onto that front thigh. Press the back heel down. And then just come a little forward. And again, your spine is long and lifted. Long, deep breaths. Breathe. Two more breaths. And then bend your back knee and step up. And just give your legs a little shake out. And we'll continue. We're going to go back a little further. So we're going to take the right foot back 1 bump. This time we're going to go back 2 bumps. And then spin the back heel down. You're going to bend just a little into your front knee. Lift up your chest. You want in the front, your heel is just slightly behind your toes. The front toes are forward. Your hips are forward, 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 forward. And then just relax your hands to your side. Start to bend into your front knee. Breathe. We're going to bring the hands up. Inhale. And as we exhale, we're just going to spin and look to the side. Inhale as we twist to the center. Exhale to the side. Breathe. Let's do 4 more. 4. And twist. And 3. Twist. 2 more. Twist. 1 more breath. We're going to twist and hold. The back hand is going to come onto the hip. And we're going to look up to the ceiling and just stretch and breathe. Long, deep breaths. Getting ready for a butt shot. We're going to relax and come. We're going to turn the toes around. And then you're just going to bend your knees and let your hips drop down. I call this my Japanese bathroom exercise. Long, deep breaths. And then your fingertips are going to come down to the floor. You're going to inhale. And you also start to lift your hips up. Just to the point where you're stretching and stretch. Make sure your knees are slightly softened here. And just use your breath. Tension-free jawline. Bend your knees. Hands on your upper thighs. Press into your thighs. We're going to come all the way up. Come to center. And then just give your legs a little shake out. Right toes forward. Left toes back. Heels slightly behind your toes. Bend into the front knee. Now with your hips, you're going to get your hips forward, forward, forward. That gets the heel back. Bend into that knee. Lift up your chest just a little bit. Hands relax to the sides. And we're just going to stretch up. Inhale. As you exhale, we're going to spin. Inhale. And exhale, spin. I'm going to do 4 more. 4. Spin. And 3. 2 more. Dos más. Inhale. Now we're going to twist, touch the back hip, and then look up to the ceiling and just stretch. Long, deep breaths. Breathe, stretch. And then easy release. We're going to turn to the side. Bend your knees, drop your hips down. How low can you go? Breathe. Just make sure you can get back up. Long, deep breaths. Tension-free jawline. Fingertips come down. Inhale. And then exhale, start to stretch your hips upward. And then just breathe. Long, deep breaths. Honor where you are at this moment. So if your knees are more bent than others, it's okay. Wherever you are today is beautiful for you today. We can get better every day. Breathe. That's what it's about. Being better than you were yesterday. Let's take another breath here. Bend your knees, hands come onto the upper thighs. Press into the thighs and come all the way up. And let's come back to center. Shake out your legs. Let's come back to our mountain posture. Lengthen the spine, shield your eyes. And let's go back in and just realize how we're feeling. Magnificent. Long, deep breaths. Notice your body temperature now. Your heart rate, the rate of your breathing. All a little different than we did the first time when we started. Breathe. Just taking a moment to luxuriate in your breath. Your spine is long and lifted. Let's take one more breath together. And again, move your fingers and your toes. Soft eyes open, hands come to heart center. And here we say namaste, 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 namaste. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again at the Magnificent Body real soon.